So, yeah, welcome back, folks, to the channel where I talk about trading Bitcoin and other things. And I just wanted to point out something for those of you who might not have noticed it, that in the last several days, well, last week I think it was around Thursday, you had Bitcoin stabbed below or stabbed to the third band down of the 3012 RMLR on the daily time frame or so. And at the moment, the 3012 RMLR, which is the RMLR of that third standard deviation band to the downside, that RMLR is up at around 67K. It's going down a little bit today, back up over the next couple of days, then back down, zigzagging around. But the asset is in mean reversion to that 3012 RMLR. At least the probabilities that it's in mean reversion are very high because it did hit it on certain exchanges. Didn't hit it on every exchange, but it doesn't have to. It came close enough on pretty much every exchange, even the ones that didn't actually touch it on. So it is definitely a very high probability, more than 95.5% probability, and really close to 99.7 on just about every exchange, and at 99.7 or higher on the index, the crypto, and a bunch of major exchanges. So it is in mean reversion. That's the probability. Of course, probabilities are not certainties, they're probabilities, but the level of certainty is very high, even if it's not 100%. Right? The probability is very high, even if it's not 100%. It's more than 99% that it's in mean reversion to the 3012 RMLR. And what does that mean? Well, it means that the asset is most likely going to make a move towards that RMLR over the coming days and weeks. And probably by the end of this month, it will mean revert to that RMLR. Could it go sideways and down? Yeah, it could. And it could still mean revert doing that. Could it go up sideways and down and only mean revert when it's lower than it is now? It's possible. But in all likelihood, it will actually move up a little bit and meet it somewhere between where that RMLR is now and wherever it will actually hit it at. So I wanted to point that out and just make sure that you know that there is in fact a target there in the 67K range on the daily time frame. That is a very, very realistic target for the RMLR. It obviously moves every day. So if you don't know what the RMLR is, right, if you're new to this channel, the RMLR indicator that we built at Alpha Trading is really a first of its kind pioneering breakthrough indicator. Why? Because it actually tells you with an extremely high degree of certainty the future direction of the RMLR. What is the RMLR? It's the reverse mean of log returns. Okay, so it's based on the mean, based on the returns. And that's how we do things in Alpha Trading. We trade the returns, right? We're trading volatility. That's based on the returns. The standard deviation of returns is volatility, right? Variance is the spread of data around the mean. That's another way of expressing volatility. We also use entropy to tell us if the asset is on a random walk or in a trending move, and if it's correlated, positively or negatively, and whether that combination, just like volatility, with volatility and Pearson correlation, we can tell if the asset is likely to go up or down. Same thing with entropy. We can tell if the asset is likely to go up or down. Similar to returns with correlation, we also can do that. And man, so just wanted to point out that there is in fact a very realistic target. And what does that mean? That means more than the fact that it could pump up to 67K. It means if you're shorting, there is a very specific area, the third band to the downside of the RMLR, that it is not likely to hit again before it actually touches that RMLR, which means you can have very good take profit zones, very clear take profit areas on any shorts you're doing. Of course, the daily time frame is a very high time frame in my book as a low time frame scalper. But big picture wise, if we have a significant move towards the downside, I would be taking profit before it gets close to that band, too close to that band, because it is not likely to hit that band, right? Could, yes, it is always a possibility, but it is an incredibly small possibility that it will actually hit that band before hitting the RMLR itself. So if it does go down there and you're in a short, you can take profit before it hits that band. If you're not in a short, but then you want to get in a long, the probability is very good that longing from somewhere near the third standard deviation band to the downside will be a very good place to long, because it will probably not touch that band. So, can there be some risk there? Sure, of course, it can surprise you and fake it out and snap through the band, but it would very likely snap down and bounce right back up and then head towards the 3012 RMLR. At the moment, it's in an area where it basically looks like, if it doesn't just go sideways and zigzag around until it hits it, it could very easily climb up towards it and complete the main reversion to the upside, which again is currently at 67K. It doesn't have to hit that band today, obviously. That's the RMLR, I mean. It could hit it tomorrow, the next day, next week, sometime by the end of the month. It could hit it whenever. But the probability is it will hit that RMLR before it actually hits the third band to the downside again. So keep that in mind. Use these RMLRs and standard deviation bands of them as points to know where the distributions are happening and where the mean reversions are happening, because it is incredibly powerful stuff. And the reason it's powerful is because it's so accurate. And the reason it's accurate is because it is leading information, right? It's not lagging information. It's not based on price. It's based on returns, standard deviations of returns, etc. Anyway, that's how we do things at Alpha Trading. If you want to know more about it, jump into the Alpha Trading Discord. It's free to join. It's just at alphatradinghq.com/discord. Just go there and create a ticket by going to the request support channel and clicking on the create a ticket button. And once you've done that, you just say, I'd like free access to the volatility starter kit, and we'll get you those indicators for free. You can use them for free as long as you remember the Discord. They're yours to keep and use. And you get all access to the information for each of those indicators. And you can get access to the main chats with all the most active VEPS traders in the Discord. And you get access to the live streams where you can participate. It's not just a one-way show. It's an educational live stream so people can talk. And we typically do those Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Today there actually wasn't one because of reasons, but tomorrow there probably will be. Normally we do them Monday through Friday. We very rarely don't do them. I actually did do a live stream earlier, but not recorded on our usual Rumble channel. But it wasn't streamed to the Rumble channel, but it was in the Discord for members who were there. So anyway, that's it for now. Happy trading. See you guys on the next one.